I'm going to leave my job and pursue my dreams of creating a game. And here's the big reveal. Wait, does this not look good? Well, what could I do to make my game better? Might be what you've said to yourself as a struggling indie developer like myself. Very smooth. Anyways, perhaps you want a game that looks a little more like this. Or, if that's not your style, how about this? See, the first thing I did to make my game better was to give it more range. Fear. Love. Light. And dark. You get the point. Let's move on. The key to a better game is having more layers. What does that mean? Alright. Take a look at this hallway. Now everything is turned off except the walls. It's plain, but there's something important here. Here's an old wall texture and the new. There's a pretty big difference in quality, and if you thought that was bad, check this out. Here's what an AI generated me. Make sure to use a high quality seamless texture, something from Quixel Mixer, or anything but current AI. Alright, moving on. The next layer is decals, and those have entire layers of their own to learn, so let's just summarize as be subtle and shadow the corners. Subtle. Nice. Now you can add some small details like trim, posters, garbage, really whatever fits in the scene. Now large props are my favorite layer. Quick and easy, as long as you have the assets. If you don't, well, you can start collecting today, because there are cheap developer bundles, and free epic assets every month. You don't always need a lot of money, or to be a 3D modeler yourself to acquire a useful set of assets. You just need to be really creative with what you have is all. See, this is just a shelf, but right now it's pretending to be a holder. I'm sure there's a proper name for that. It really improves the game world when you spend time thinking about what day-to-day life is like in your world, and take for example this fire equipment locked behind a cage. The staff running this asylum do more harm than good, and I wanted to show that in the world. So I thought caging the radiators would be something within reason. But they took it one step further and said anything dangerous goes behind the cage. Then things like extinguishers and by proximity fire alarms must also be isolated from the patients. Something that was meant to be good was taken too far and turned into something harmful, which is a core theme of the game, and I'm always trying to reflect various themes in the environment, and it really helps build immersion. It's also just fun for me to think about. Then I added some level interactability and game items to keep things interesting. Wow! And finally there's the post-processing. Wait, wrong one. The secret to post-processing is LUTs, lookup tables, which act as a template of sorts. There are plenty of LUTs available, so I highly recommend you look into it if you're doing post-processing. Anyway, here's a recap of how each layer comes together. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.